Hey everyone, hey and welcome back to yet another episode of Battle Rap Resume. It's your host Tom Quee. We are here with just a sort of interview catch up, with someone who's been on the show many times. I believe he's tied with Gemini for actually the most frequent guest. I'm sure Battle Rap Resume statisticians can comment below, correct me if needs be. But just before we get to today's guest, as always, please help support the show if you enjoy the show. Patreon, Twitter as well, at battlerapresume, battlerapresume@gmail.com. Email me if you want to get in touch. I'm going to be doing lots of different stuff with correspondence soon, so always great to hear from people if you want to do a new episode. Subscribe, of course, leave comments, reviews on iTunes, etc., etc. And it's battle rap, it's 2017, almost 2018, which really 2017 was when these new leagues were announced, and 2018 is when we're going to see, who can hang with the big boys. And, Danny Jack's had his say, Shocks has had his say, Shotty and Briggsy, and Blunt Ted, yourself, you've got a league coming into the fray now.
Yeah, I do. It's I wouldn't so much like call it kind of like a league as such. But yeah, it's kind of I don't know if you've seen much of it online or anything, but there's a few events I'm going to be putting on. It's pretty much concentrated on looking for tryouts and new people, but doing it in different ways to how it's being done at the moment. So at the moment, from kind of what I see, like most of recruitment for battles is done off the forums or it's done off of Facebook. There's not a lot of kind of outside promotion going on outside of Facebook, really. So yeah, that's what I intend to do. Get it promoted outside of that and try and pull some new faces in. Some new rappers go out and actually find them.
It's noble, man. Like a headhunter.
Like a headhunter type thing, but without charging £100 and making people battle in an alleyway.
Right.
Not was that Headhunters? Or was that?
It was Headhunters. Yeah.
It was one. Yeah, I thought
that. Like Seuss won and then didn't battle Jace because he couldn't be bothered, and that was I think the last we heard of him. So
that was little chubby fella.
Seuss. I mean, yeah. I don't know if he had any.
No. Jace, is it?
Jace. Jace is pretty lean, but yeah, I know.
Jace was he the one that used to be like security or something at Don't Flop?
Yeah, he's like the door guy. Yeah.
I think I'm thinking of Jabe actually. JB.
Yeah, well, JB different. Yeah, similar. Yeah, just a B or a C, but yeah, they're kind of coming back now to battling though. Like you're alongside the league. You had DTH, you had Max Sherry. You seem to be busy after a break.
Yeah, I took like a little bit of time out. Last year was a bit of a myth, really. Like in general, it was a weird year. I kind of like started out the year not really battling, wasn't wanting to battle so much anymore. Battled DTH, that went badly wrong. I spoke about that, I think, on one of the other podcasts. Then Max Sherry. I just kind of got the taste for it a little bit again when Premier Battles kind of started making announcements and Don't Flop kind of disappeared and Chalked Out appeared, and I think Battle Rap just got exciting again.
What do you think of Premier Battles as a concept?
I think it's sick, to be honest, man. Like from my point of view, the way I see it, I think it gives battlers something to aim for, and it could only improve content from battlers. Performance, writing, even just down to prep, people taking it seriously. Plenty of people. I can pretty much guarantee anybody out there right now that does battles wants to go on Premier Battles at some point. Sure. And everybody's trying to think of like kind of like how can I get that battle? It's hard graft, man. But everyone's got something to aim for now. Don't Flop. It was just it just got a bit stale. There was no kind of progression there, really. I don't think.
And talking of things to aim for, you aimed for GWE's forehead.
I did. Yeah, it was actually like I fell over and.
Oh really? I heard it was malicious.
It was a little bit, right. Yeah, it was a little bit malicious. Like basically, it's all down to Grazza. Like it was all Grazza's fault.
Right.
Because I was supposed to have gone with Magic Mike, and then something happened and he couldn't go. So I had this ticket sitting there, and Grazza was like, "I'll go," and he just like. Finished working in a bar that had closed down a few days before, and like when he left, like I think he took like half the stock with him, and then that ended up on its way to London as well. And yeah, it all got messy from there. I had no intentions. I had like 3 solid rounds for G double. Like there's people that's heard the rounds like and they've said like it was decent, could have beat him. But me, like an idiot, like it was announced as well at the time. Mickey was like, "Yeah, this is going to be a title match."
Mm.
And yeah, by this point, I was like falling all over the place. I
Oh.
was steaming, absolutely steaming. I was gone. And something happened in the battle. Like he put a drink down on the floor or something. Still don't remember this. It's just what I've been told afterwards.
Right.
And I've kicked his drink over,
Mm.
and something's been said. And then I've like chased him around the pub. And then I've got pulled outside by somebody. Don't know who it was, but then I've come back inside. It's like, right, fuck it, let's do the battle. And then as soon as I've come back inside, I don't know what's happened, but something's kicked off, and I've headbutted him. It was a bad move. Like I do regret it, completely regret it.
Sure.
Like shouldn't have done it, man. It's battle rap. I shouldn't be going around headbutting people. But that was kind of like at a low point, man. Like I was drinking a lot at this point. Things was just going wrong, and I acted badly. So yeah, it was regrettable.
So it's not going to be. It's not. Wasn't on camera then.
No, well, do you know what? I think when I chased him, I think that was I don't know if I've got this correct.
Maybe Mad Dog TV caught it or something.
No, Mad Dog weren't there. I think it was. I'm sure it was like Scribs or somebody that was filming. I'm sure it was Scribs, but I could have that completely wrong.
Okay.
But I'm sure I've seen him with a camera there. But yeah, it was caught on film, like the initial chasing him around the pub. That would be quite funny to see, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if it had ended there, it didn't. It kind of what happened afterwards. It was all off cam. That shouldn't really be uploaded. But chasing him around the pub, it was like a Benny Hill moment. If like Mickey was to get that footage and put the old
yeah, Pigman,
that'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be quite funny. But that was a low point. But that's done with now. That's over.
So the battle is going to come out in some form then.
No, we got like 4 bars in.
Wow!
Bars. Yeah, it was literally 4 bars in. Kicked a drink and chased him, and that was it. And somehow I managed to piss him off as well. I did a bar like that I shouldn't have really done, but I did it. But it wasn't really that bad.
Go on.
It was just a reference. Like he's from Liverpool, I'm from Nottingham. It was just, I think I said something like, this is just a 2017 version of the Hillsborough disaster.
Oh my God.
But that was it. I didn't say anything like about
but even to invoke
people
it
getting
is,
hurt.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Innuendo versus Euphorical?
I don't remember. No. I don't think
No,
so.
Euphorical like rinsed Innuendo on the Hillsborough angle, and nobody ever said anything.
Right.
It was all just,
Okay.
yeah, it was never said. Like even O'Shea, when he found out afterwards, he inboxed me, and he was like, "Well done, man. Like, glad you fucking stuck the knot on him." I was like gobsmacked. I thought he was pissed off, but he was trying to get me to come and battle in Liverpool. I think it was probably a setup, to be honest, man. I think O'Shea's like, "We'll get him in Liverpool." I'm up there, man. But I'm banned from that event still. That Liverpool card.
And you versus Max Sherry, which I haven't actually seen. How did this one go?
I got really drunk, as I used to do quite a lot. Like I got really drunk, and somehow I managed to get through it. I think I had like a little choke in my second round, but then my third round I managed to like pull it back. But I took the win.
Right.
But Max Sherry's claiming that it was because it was on my birthday, and that was the only reason. If you watch that battle back, I absolutely bodied him, killed him. With absolutely terrible bars as well, man. I think the bar of the day or the bar of the battle that I came out with was something about, what is it? I'm going to make you sound like I'm changing my name to turn Russian because Blunt will knock your block off, or something like that.
That was celebrated, that line though.
It was celebrated quite a lot. Like I was gobsmacked when I wrote it. I thought I haven't really got time to write anything else. So I stuck it in there, and I thought I could like skirt past it, but it actually got a reaction. So it worked, man.
Oh, yeah.
Bard said it was like the best bar I ever dropped, which I take that as an insult. Like that's insultive. If that's the best bar I've ever dropped, was
What is the best bar you've ever dropped?
Probably your mum's a slag. I don't know, something,
Wow.
something. Yeah, not your mum, obviously.
No.
Like random battler that will put into quotation marks.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of one of your real trademarks. It's more the exposure, I think, that's more memorable for you.
Yeah, it's more like the angles, like
Yeah.
the whole noncery thing with CY. And then there was like a little racist thing with relapse and
Sure.
some other things. But yeah, it's just like the angles I used to take. I
Did
like the
um did CY
episodes.
did CY come back to battling? I think you mentioned that last time we spoke.
Well, last time I heard from CY, he's like, I think he tried to kill himself or something.
Oh my
It was
god.
like I know I troll and everything, but
Mm.
like I hope to God that's wrong. But like, yeah, someone was telling me they saw him in a hospital, and
Mm.
he was like he tried to kill himself and stuff. Hopefully that's not true, man. Like, I would like to think of that, but if it
No.
was a nonce, fair play.
Right.
But
Wow.
if he was, like, fair play, let him die. But like, if he wasn't, then
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, yes. Thoughts with CY. Obviously, watched Ted CY battle. It's pretty memorable. Pretty pretty infamous. You faced leadership then finally, which is your most recent battle from November 2017 on King of the Ronalds. This is like an outdoor event, right?
yeah, it was in Manchester. It was
Mm.
on day of Manchester Gay Pride.
Right.
And I think Boski had like put the event together, but then he was like a bit poorly. I think he was in hospital,
Mm.
so he couldn't make the event. Then Mickey couldn't get up. Hulk wasn't coming anyway, so it just ended up with, I think it was Kennel and Bobby Rex that pretty much hosted it, like hosted the battles. But yeah, that was another occasion where I've turned up completely unprepped and somehow managed to get through it. Like I'd never used to be confident to freestyle because it was terrible. And now, I will freestyle, and it's still terrible, but somehow it gets me through. It's like it's a good tool to have.
Yeah.
I think leadership like referenced it. He says something about, you always turn up to your battles drunk and freestyle, but I'm not Max Sherry, and then I did exactly that and beat him.
And have you got any people planned?
What to battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, Judge T.
Okay.
And a woman called Joy France on King of the Ronalds.
Joy France? Are you kidding me?
No.
The
Do you know
poet?
Joy France?
Yeah.
The poet, yeah.
Oh, no way. She's going to battle. I know her. Yeah. That's crazy.
Oh my God, do you know her? Yeah.
I used to do poetry in Manchester, and she did it in there as well. So
Yeah, she's from Manny. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
from Manny. I was
yeah.
talking to Visceral. Visceral knows her as well.
No,
with Canal.
she's going to battle. That's absolutely that's such. I can't believe everyone listening. Check her out. I'll put a link below. I think
She's brilliant.
she was on like
She's
a
brilliant.
HSBC advert or something like that. She was on some banking advert.
Yeah,
as well.
she's been on 2 adverts. She
Yeah.
did 2 HSBC adverts, and she did the Billboard campaign as well. She's on loads of billboards nationwide.
Nationwide, yeah. So
And I've heard she's like won loads of tournament or
She's
loads
sick.
of spoken word. Like she's quite popular on that
she's
whole
really
poetry scene.
good. It's kind of, and she's not the obvious choice of a spoken word candidate, a la Visceral, who has a more of a hip hop explicitly background. She's just a really good wordsmith. That's cool. So you're battling her. That's interesting.
It's gonna. She's probably gonna like absolutely ruin me, to be honest.
Don't expose her.
I'm not gonna expose her. Do you know what I'm taking? Like, I'm going in. Like, I'm not gonna hold back, but I'm not like gonna do like there's certain things that I'm gonna stay away from. There's certain angles that I'm not gonna go with. Like, obviously, sexual stuff, things like that.
Sure.
She don't really want to hear that, or. She don't want to stand there for 3 minutes while I call her a racist. Like, she don't want that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just going to take a fun approach to it.
Okay.
She's a nice enough woman. So yeah, I'm just going to have fun with it. But yeah, to battle like a 60-year-old lady, like, is amazing. I'd never thought ever in my life I'd be battling a 60-year-old lady.
No, that's exciting. I mean, she has grist like crossover appeal, in a certain demographic. So definitely untapped there. So we'll get to.
Well, Visceral says like if it was done properly, it could be like a smaller version of Grist and Blizzard.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if that's the case. But,
True.
But he's quite confident on that. Like
I agree. I think
so I'm doing it properly. Like I'm not going to mess about with this one. I'm going to prep. I'm going to write. I'm going to turn up fully practiced, and I'm going to body this little old lady.
Okay. And grassroots then. Metamorphosis is the first event.
Yeah, Metamorphosis is like that's January the 13th in Nottingham. That's kind of like the launch event for it. There's some new faces there. There's some old faces there as well. Just some people that have basically, like, putting it together, it was quite difficult trying to put together an event, kind of not in secret, but just kind of without getting the knowledge out there or getting everyone know what's going on. So I've used like a few like Grazard, Deafening, like they're battling, Slicks, a few others. But yeah, there's some new faces there as well. Like, I'm pretty confident that a couple of those are going to be pretty sick.
Yeah, let's just go through quickly the card. So Strut versus Slick L Fresh.
Yeah, Strut versus Slick L Fresh. Well, Strut, I've been in touch with him for a couple of years now. Like, talked to him for a couple of years. I've given him a couple of tryouts on King of the Ronalds, but he's been no-showed a couple of times. Like, his opponents haven't turned up, so he's not really had the chance to come and do his thing. But like, I think he's going to be good. And then he's battling, Slick. Is it Slick L Fresh?
Slick L Fresh, yeah.
Yeah, Slick L Fresh. Like, he's not battled before, so I've not really seen any material or anything. But like, I think he's like, I was reading somewhere he's doing a cipher or something with some American people or something. So I know he can rap. So yeah, see what happens with that. Hopefully, he's going to be decent. You know, that'll be a good battle. I'm just trying to get the card up on the computer now so I can see it.
Yeah. We got Tinny Wayne versus Scam. I spoke to Scam actually at the UKBL Bloodline. Good dude. I remember he choked, didn't he, quite badly in his Dub Scandal clash. Yeah,
I think he did have a little choke in, I think, his second round, third round. Right. I think his first round was it was decent. But the thing is that I liked about Scam was when he did choke, he didn't look uncomfortable. You know, some people just stand there squirming, like playing with the fingers and looking at the feet. He just kind of like made a joke out of it. And if anything, it kind of made him more confident in the battle. But I think Scam, like, when he finds his feet, I think he can be decent.
Okay.
So you met him in Manchester. Like, he's a sound lad as well.
And
then he's going against. Yeah, Tinny Wayne's actually like my last opponent. That's not online yet. Right. But I battled him, I think, after Leadership or just before Leadership. But yeah, Tinny Wayne, he's the guy that had that bar. Was it getting sucked off him? Your dad gets sucked off in bogs, like Wellington boots or something. Yeah. Like, for me, that line was a funny bar, man.
Yeah, class.
Yeah, that should be good. I think he had a good battle the other day on Dub Scandal, that Tinny Wayne.
Okay. Frank Lucas versus JD James.
JD James, he's battled, I think, once on King of the Ronalds, once on Dub Scandal, and he's like, because I gave him his tryout, in fact, in Nottingham. JD James, he came along and he was good. Like, I think in terms of like performance, he needs to like kind of go in a little bit more. But I think he's definitely got potential. And from what I'm hearing, he like did really well the other day as well, Dub Scandal.
Okay, interesting. So, I think he comments on my videos actually. I recognise his name. Maybe.
He's about. I think he's quite a big fan of battle rap. So he's about. He's always online.
Cool. Yeah, that's interesting to see what he'll come up with. And his opponent then, Frank Lucas.
Frank Lucas, he's Frankie Baby. Like that's him from Dub Scandal. That was his kind of opening bar thing. But yeah, he's quite decent as well. He's another one that, because like another thing that I'm basically doing with grassroots, it's not just new battlers. There's like faces out there that they're struggling to get battles, but I see they've got like potential. So I want to kind of give them a few battles, give them a bit more experience with no pressure. Like, to go on King of the Ronalds for a tryout, like obviously I love King of the Ronalds. It's pretty much where I've come from, but it must be really hard to try out, man. Like, it must be so daunting to. I mean, when I turned up and tried out, Mickey wasn't there. Like, it was just Hulk, so I had quite an easy tryout against Bare Solutions.
Oh yeah,
it was like no trolling or anything, but. Yeah, I think if a lot of tryouts turn up and they see the trolling, it's quite hard for them. So yeah, I'm just gonna no pressure, no trolling or anything. Just let them get on with it, get some practice, get some experience, and then they're ready to go on to King of the Ronalds. And they can face it or chalked out or even Dub Scandal, wherever they want to go. But I think Frank Lucas, JD James, both of those got potential.
Blitz versus Trickster.
A couple of old faces. Trickster. He was like my second battle. I was on Clash Money. He's had a few battles. I think he's been on King of the Ronalds once, Clash Money a few times, and then I think he's like a grime MC rather than kind of like a rapper as such. But Yeah, he's all right. He's got potential. I think he's been no-showed more than anybody that I know, even more than Chapo. I think he's been no-showed like 14, 15 times or something over a 2-year period, 3-year period.
That's crazy.
But yeah, he's another one that you know, I kind of want to get him a few battles, get him kind of noticed a little bit more. So yeah, I've put him against Blitz. So that should be. I think they're both quite similar. You know, they're both very like musically, they do the same kind of stuff. In terms of the battles, they're quite similar. So yeah, that should be decent. That'll be a good battle. I don't know who win it.
And what is the camera crew you've got going for this thing?
The camera crew I've got. There's a lad that I know from Knots. He does filming for amateur production company in Knots, like some local films and stuff, music videos, that type of stuff. But yeah, I've got him like booked to come and do it. So it's going to be, you know, professional filming and editing and stuff rather than, or I'll say professional, kind of amateur. But it's going to look decent. It's going to look sick, like good cameras and stuff. So yeah, when all the footage is up, I've got intros. That's all sorted. So that's just ready to, like, all the battles just ready to go straight onto the intros. But that all looks sick. Like everything's all been done properly. Like I tried doing it myself to begin with, and like, it just looked trash. So I thought I need to like get somebody else on this one.
And next up, we have Deafening versus Slicks. Always good to see Deafening on the card. How's this measure up for you?
Yeah, Deafening's like, do you know what? He's been shit for years. Like, like he's not really tried. No offense to Deafening, like, but he has been shit for you, or not shit, just stale. Like, not really trying, just turning up, battling for the sake of it. But in the last year or two, he's been through like a couple of things. Like, it was Deafening that shit himself after he battled Riser. Yeah. That was kind of like a low point for him. You know, which as you'd expect if take a shit in your mate's hotel bedroom, like all over the place. It's not a good thing to be doing. But yeah, that was like a low point for him, and he dropped out of battling for quite a bit. But he came back the same event that I headbutted G Double. Wow! And he battled on that event, and I think he did really well. Can't remember the battle at all though, but I think apparently he smashed it. But yeah, he's another one that I just want to see get a few more battles and you know, do well. And Slicks has been wanting to battle him for ages. I think those two have had like a bit of a back and forth, so I thought it's only logical that I put those two against each other.
Yeah, it's shaping up to be an interesting card, man. Topped up by Grazza versus Magic Mike.
Yeah, originally it was me versus what's his name, Spit Semis. Yeah, it's meant to be me versus Spit Semis, but like Spit's dropped out kind of like a week after he booked it. So I've dropped out of the card. I thought, fuck it, I'm not even going to take a battle. But then afterwards, I ended up booking against Judge T. But then I just stuck Grazza versus Magic Mike at the top because they're both two funny cunts. Like Magic Mike at the minute, like everyone seems to love him. Grazza, like he's a funny bastard as well. So I think it's going to be hilarious, that one. Looking forward to that battle.
You know, all these new leagues have their own methods to a certain extent. You know, chalked out, it's quite sophisticated, long form. It's on the Patreon first, etc. You know, we've got Premier Battles going with like a pay-for network. What's going to be the structure of the channel in terms of releases?
In terms of releases, well, there's a few things going on. Like, it's not just the battles.
Sure.
Like one of the things that I've got running at the moment is like I've put a few people together. Like York's is involved. I've got another camera guy as well. Plus I've got somebody else driving. But basically we're going to be going around the Midlands, Nottingham, Leicester, Derby, Birmingham, around like all the youth clubs, you know, where they've got like 14, 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old teenagers. Boy, like they're good at rapping, like these guys, but they have got no idea about battle rap. They don't know it exists. Like most of the potential market for like UK battle rap doesn't know it exists yet. You know, so best thing to do is to go out and put it in people's faces.
Sure. Find
people like youth clubs, youth centres, that kind of thing. It's like kids that they've got it already, but they just don't know what to do with it. You know, so they're going out, they're fucking about, selling drugs, doing whatever. So yeah, it gives them something positive as well.
Just battle rap instead, yeah.
Battle rap instead. Just go and call someone's mum a slag, and you know, make you feel much better about yourself.
And I should say, grassrootsnottingham@gmail.com is the email. Grassroots Entertainment on YouTube. It's on Facebook. It's on Twitter at Grassroots Knots. It's exciting times, Ted.
Yeah, it's exciting, man. Like at the minute, speaking to people behind the scenes and that, like Ambi's really supportive. In fact, to be honest, like I don't think I'd have even done it if it wasn't for Ambi. I was talking to him one day, like just on about it, and he was saying he's got some ideas and I've got some ideas and blah blah, and he was just like, you know what, you should just do it, like just go for it. Like he said, I think it's a brilliant idea. Like if that's what you want to do, like it's good for the scene, then just go for it. Because I was like, but at the minute we've got choked out, we've got Code Red, this Premier Battles popped up. I just, my opinion was it was too crowded.
Right.
But as long as I can do something different to what everybody else is doing and try and go out there, not slagging off other leagues for promoting on Facebook or whatever, it's, you know, it's working for them, but where I see it, it won't work forever. Like, you know, people are going to run out of battles. Because once Tony D versus Soul's done, like, what's next after that?
Yeah, there's a few, maybe like Soul Gem, maybe.
Soul Gem, you know, Lunacy, fucking Shotty, like that's on the cards. That'll happen at some point in the next couple of years, I think.
Yeah.
But really, like most of those battles that everyone's waited for years, they're happening at the minute.
Right.
But what we need is like, I mean, Dub Scandal at the minute. I don't know if you've seen their new card, Cause and Effect.
Oh yeah, it's good.
Mate, that's fucking sick. That is, man. Like Shocks versus Maverick. Like, I think Maverick's going to take that battle.
Really?
Yeah, I think he'll win it. Like, Shocks is sick, don't get me wrong, but I think Maverick's just going to work so hard for that battle. He's not going to want to lose. Plus, it's fire as well, man. Like, Maverick's.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's probably, out of all the new battlers right now, he's probably my favourite.
Yeah, he's a serious talent. Like, he's a very, very impressive package, yeah.
Well, there's a few over there at Dub Scandal. They've got, like, Frost as well. Like, he's pretty decent, man. Like, I think
Conman Curve?
Conman Curve as well. He's I think, is he putting the event on as well with Kofi?
I mean, he's battling Scoop.
Is he battling Scoop, is he?
Yeah.
Can't remember, it's Kofi and somebody. Is it DARPA or somebody?
Might be someone, but I mean, regardless, the card is insane. I'm sure we'll do a preview with some of the guys soon for it, because it's just, I can't believe Maverick versus Shocks.
It's crazy. Like because you know what, I heard like a couple of the battles off the card, and I thought, oh, this is going to be the main events, which it was decent. But then when I heard Shocks versus Maverick, I just couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I absolutely gobsmacked. And then pulled a few more faces out of the woodwork as well. Some old faces. Surfer versus Domsky. Like,
oh yeah.
I don't know if Surfer will turn up.
That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know if he'll turn up. He's kind of
he's got
unreliable.
a bad reputation. He's got a bad reputation in that regard.
But it's the one rounders as well. Like that's. I don't mind a one rounder, but he's never done a 3-round battle.
Sure.
You know, which I just find.
For
a battle rapper, he's never done a 3-round battle.
Not even on all the things on Gab with one-rounders?
Or one-rounders.
Damn.
Everything. You think about it, he battled Shocks. Like, that was kind of like one... I think that was when I first known like who he was.
Oh, yeah, the Shocks one, yeah.
Shocks. And with Tony D, was that a one-rounder?
No, actually, I think that might have been 3 rounds.
Was it 3 rounds, was it? Yeah.
I think it was, yeah. But, I mean, I know what you're saying. He does predominantly do those. So, it's... yeah, it's a shame, really.
It's just a strange concept, like this whole 1-round thing. It's all right for a short prep thing, but, you know, kind of 2 months in advance when it's booked, I think you should be doing 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. 90 seconds to 2 minutes.
Definitely. It's weird.
Same amount of writing and everything. You know, same amount of prep. It's just putting it all into one block. But I could imagine, like, choking, like, halfway through a 1-rounder. And that's it. It's ruined after that.
That's true.
There's no coming back from that.
You've never done a 1-rounder?
No, I've never done a 1-rounder. In fact, actually, I lied to you. I did do a 1-rounder against Briseling, but that wasn't intentional. And G-Double got a 1-rounder as well. Not like that, like a 1-rounder. I didn't mean to his face.
Right.
But it ended up just 1-round battle. Okay. Like, not even 1 round each, just 4 bars from me. And that was the end of it.
Oh my god, man. I mean, as we come to the end of the year, 2017, what are some battles you've enjoyed this year?
Gemini, you You know, in fact, Gemini Raptor was kind of better than people gave it credit for, man.
Okay.
Raptor, he was like on fire at the start of that battle. But yeah, obviously you've got Gemini versus Shocks. That was kind of like one of the main ones. What else have I seen? Oh, in fact, Dialect versus Soul.
Oh man,
like Soul just went nuts in that battle. Like he just went nuts. He kind of like he convinced me at that point which team I was going to follow on Premier.
Right. Yeah, I mean he is the fucking Messi, isn't he, of that whole thing?
Yeah, I was like a huge Soul fan, and then I just completely forgot like that I was a Soul fan, and then I saw him against Dialect, and I just remembered like, yeah, he's fire, man. Soul's that guy, man. Like who else is even on that team? I can't even remember. All I need to know is that Soul's on there.
Yeah, I think Chris Lee. I don't really know the teams that well, to be honest with you, but yeah, as long as Soul's on there, it doesn't really matter, does it?
That's a team, man.
And so it's going to be a YouTube channel. What is the YouTube channel again for the grassroots?
The YouTube channel is I can't actually remember off the top of my head.
Grassroots Entertainment.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, do you know what it was? It was like a complete struggle, like trying to get something on YouTube. But there's not really any like content on there or anything. So if you search it, it won't really bring anything up until like after that first event, and then I'm going to try and get a few battles up quite quickly. Basically, before I do this youth club thing, what I need is like content on the channel, because there's no point in going around trying to promote something when there's nothing for them to reference. It's like, all right, we've got grassroots, but who are you? Like, yeah, there's nothing to look on YouTube right now. So yeah, it just needs to build up. Like I think when I came on a show like a year ago or something, when Dub Scandal first popped up, and I think I was like slating them, like, why are they putting on cards and they've got all these other battlers? No, in fact, it wasn't Dub Scandal. It was UKBL.
Right.
When they popped up saying, oh, they're just using all these battlers and everybody from all other leagues. But realising, putting it together now is like, there's no other way around it, really. You know, you can't really start off with a brand new roster. You've got to try and build it up. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. First event, get it built up. There's something there.
No, it's exciting, man. Obviously, we'll put all the links in the description. How do people follow you anyway, just for your general hijinks?
Facebook, just like Blunt Ted all over the place.
Right.
Just put in Blunt Ted on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah, you'll find me. I'm on there all over. And then the same grassroots. Just put grassroots in anywhere and you'll find it.
And yeah, everyone, please follow at Battle Resume as well. Leave us a review. Help support on Patreon. You know, all that good stuff. Ted, as always, it's been great to have you on, man. And you know, good luck with the league.
Yep, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hopefully, we'll be talking again some point soon.
Yeah. Hopefully, we'll be recapping your 5 million view battle of a poet. Right?
Oh, mate, do you know what? I can't wait for that battle.
I know. I can't believe it's happening. I'm so happy.
I didn't realise how exciting it was when it was offered until I went and thought, right, who is this person?
She's good, man. She is really good, and it's just kind of versus you is perfect. So yeah, obviously everyone check out grassroots and see what it can become, because so many leagues are flourishing at this time. But Ted, again, thanks, bro.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks for having me on again.